been religiously since I've been put on disability retirement from the Department of Defense. And every time there's an election, I watch the people, how they act, how they talk.
Morning, Grace.
I just can't vote for any Republican because they act like they're talking down to it. I just don't understand. I just to get Iowa out of the way, come and tell us what they think we want to hear, and boom on to New Hampshire and then on. Because if you watch how they speak in other states, they change. They just somehow they just think we're grow pigs and corn, and that's it.
Thanks, Dave Funk. Republicans talk down to people.
Morning, Gracie.
Yeah. As a veteran,
Morning,
thank
Grace.
you for your service. I've had a chance to meet with virtually every one of the candidates, actually every one of the major 7 or 8 candidates this cycle.
Good girl.
On one occasion, and I've never gotten you both on a personal basis and then having them into our county to help us do fundraisers, and I don't get the perception that you get that they're talking down to us. I see genuine interaction, looking people in the eyes, letting those candidates, letting both men and women, letting them, people look in their eyes and take measure of them as men, in this case with Michelle Bachmann.
This is how we sleep here.
Clearly, I don't get the same perception. Now, I lived in Florida.
Actually, usually she's up by my shoulder, by my arms.
So the difference between an Iowa caucus, where you're actually getting in the state of Iowa with 3 million people, as you know, living down there in Bettendorf, we get a lot of opportunity for direct interaction with the candidates. And Jack Kemp talked about that when he was friends with my grandfather. I grew up in Buffalo, New York. Congressman Kemp's no longer with us, a great patriot and great American. But Congressman Kemp gave me a little dissertation when I was about 13, 14 years old, back in about 1972. My grandfather's living, talking about
Back down. Lay down.
were chosen, and the
There you
ability
go.
of these
Good
2
girl.
states to vet
Stay there.
candidates into the rest of the country. You get to a major media market like South Carolina, you get down to Florida, you move on to the Super Tuesday states.
Smacking yourself in the head or what?
Run a campaign is to run major TV ads, big buys, takes a lot of dollars. But
Good girl, Grace.
those are places where someone like
Let's go back to sleep,
President
huh?
Carter could literally sleep on couches for a year and a half before during the time period before the Iowa caucuses back in '75, when he was working very hard to win that nomination. He was able to do it on a face-to-face basis. We're seeing similar results today with Rick Santorum, where he's worked very hard, not with a big budget, but just by putting himself out there, public events, 350, 360, somewhere in that number as of yesterday, the news reports. I see candidates that can excel at retail politics.
I think she's about to wake up and go run around, actually.
Role in this whole process. And so it allows regular candidates to have access to the presidential ballot. Certainly, Barack Obama would not be president today, but for the fact that he came out, boots on the ground, walked around Iowa, met people, and everywhere from my little town of Reynolds all the way to
Super vicious.
the entire state of Iowa. So I think it's a very efficient system. It's a good way to kind of get the wheat and the chaff separated so that